Hello. God bless you. I was interrupted, and door was being knocked on. So I'm going to continue. I want you to understand that for you to be who you are, everybody, stop compromising. Elder Kirk has a teaching on compromise to go to the speaker. Please, to the speaker. The speaker has my different, podcasts on them. And with compromising, you do something that you're not supposed to do. It puts you at risk. It puts you in a position where you understand the compromise is, man, I really don't want to do this, or I shouldn't do this, or this could be detrimental to my health, or as like you just heard, you end up spending many years doing something that you did not want to do because you compromised. Don't try to make people happy. Like I said before, some people you're going to like, some people going to like you, some people are not. Some people will not be, they will not stand your guts. And I'm talking about you not even a bad person. It's just like you are not, I will not conform. You will not have me over here doing a song and dance with a certain group because that's not the group that I'm supposed to be hanging out with. Well, if you're going to do this, you have to do that. See, I was looking at a video, name Brother Polite, and the one thing that I do get an understanding of is for Elder Kirk to wake up. I had to, when I left the church, I was open to more things. If you can understand, when you're in the church, what happens is the church pretty much teaches you things about church life. You understand what I mean when I say church life? It's just because, you have the announcements, you have things that the church is doing. But what happens is, and I fell victim to this, I didn't want to hear anything else outside of the church. You understand? That's why I get a lot of people that listen to Elder Kirk but go to church, but they're not going to say or make themselves vocal to say, I follow Elder Kirk. I listen to Elder Kirk. Yeah. I like what he's teaching because it goes against the traditional church. Like Elder Kirk says, how can you tell me to take God out of the box, but you tell me I got to keep coming to the box to get God? That's just a brainwash. That's not the way it's supposed to go. This is supposed to be free. Elder Kirk is here for you to get the personal relationship with God so your life can improve. This isn't supposed to be so hard. That's another one Elder Kirk taught. Not how. The church has made God hard. People don't even think that they're good enough anymore. Why? Oh, I did this wrong. So did the pastor. So did the people that are sitting in the church. But you have the perception of excellence. See, Elder Kirk talked about that already. Get that excellent stuff out of here. If you're OCD, be OCD. But don't put it on everybody else. You can't do that. That's out of order. If you want to be OCD, you be OCD. But don't come in, excellence is about excellence. We have to have a spirit of excellence because in the spirit of excellence, we do everything excellently. Shut up. Where you get that mess from? That was taught. Come on now. We're not going to get into the history of that. But I need you to understand this, everybody. Be who you are. Now, if you a bad person and you doing some bad things and all this kind of stuff, you need to improve on that. I don't want it to be, you listening to Elder Kirk. See, it's for you to change your life. It's not for me to be teaching this and then for you to, you understand? For you to just go back and do something wrong. So, well, Elder Kirk told me to be who I am. Now, let me straighten it out now. Some people are bad people. Okay? If you're a bad person and you know you're a bad person, you have bad intentions, no, do not be who you are. Because that's a dead-end street. You need some help with some things. Give Elder Kirk a call. What I'm talking about is people, please accept my offense. People that are just going to the church and thinking that the church is the answer, and it's not. The church building is not the answer. Why do you think people keep expressing, oh, we're the church, and they say it so many times so you can get it, so you can stop going there. Like I told you, the big Sunday ticket. Why Sunday? Why Sunday? Because that's when all the money comes in. Tithes and offerings. Remember I said I'm not filling out no more envelopes. Elder Kirk won't do leadership in a church building anymore because I'm not going to do the envelopes so you can keep up with whether I'm paying my tithes or not. And if I get in trouble, whether you're going to help me if I'm paying my tithes or not. Because if I'm not paying my tithes, you're not going to help me. Come on now. Now, if you know anything about the Bible ain't say nothing about that. But they sure do it, though, don't they? It's in the bylaws, ain't it? We have to get out of the brainwash that the church is the only way that we're going to get God. There are too many avenues now. And Elder Kirk has said this before, and I'm pretty sure some people are hearing me for the first time. Why is it that people that say that they died and either went to hell or went to heaven, they not sitting in the church? You don't see too many people that are sitting in the church that, come in and say, yeah, God, I died and went to heaven. But the people that don't go to church, those are the ones, can I help you out? Because the people that are always sitting up in the church are not always telling the truth. My wife used to say something. It took me some time to get to this. My wife said I would rather have friends that are not in the church because I know what to expect with them. But the people that are in the church and so fake, I don't know because they lying and, deceiving and trying to get over. I said, man, that's not right. They're God's children. Come on, hey. She was right. She was right. For everybody that listens to Elder Kirk, this is for your life to improve. This is for you to begin to study on your own. This is for you to start saying, okay, you know what? I need to fix my life. People have been down on me. They've talked bad about me. They have told me that I would never, ever achieve. They told me that I would never be anything more than what my daddy was or what my mama was. Come on now. That's all they told me I'll ever be. That's so far and out of order for somebody to say things like you, to speak curses over your life like that. But you know what? They spoke it so much, guess what? We began to believe it. This is Elder Kirk's personal right here. I saw my aunt. She drunk. She was drinking and smoking cigarettes majority of all my life. From the time I remember to maybe a little bit before she had passed. She raised me. And so what does that mean? That means Elder Kirk was supposed to smoke cigarettes and drink. That's what it was supposed to do. Because the majority of the time, that's what some do. If they seen their parents do it, they went and grabbed something out. Come on now. Come on, Elder Kirk not lying. And to this day, you still doing it. Not because it was there's something you wanted to do. It's like, hey, let me go get it. You had such access to it for so long. Now, smoking and drinking. But I didn't follow what's called the status quo. Because that stuff was nasty to me. Not saying that I didn't try. Didn't like smoking. And alcohol tastes nasty to me. It's just nasty. But now they're making it sweet. So watch yourself. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's a trap. Any of my people on the job know, they laugh. Say, it's a trap. It's a trap, baby. It's a trap. It's going to get you. So everyone that is listening to Elder Kirk, please get the personal relationship with God that you are supposed to have to get the guidance that you need. Us as, regular human beings, we mess up. We make mistakes. We say the wrong things. We're not always, on point with feelings. We don't always, cross every T or dot every I. And sometimes that's what people want. And when you don't do it, they X you out your life and it wasn't even your fault. You were just busy. You had other things going on. Sometimes that's how people, that's their standard of being a friend. Is I need you to pay attention to me and see everything that's going on in my life. And that's not right. It's just not right. But be who you are. Okay? If people walk out your life because of who you are, guess what? They just walk out your life. Life keeps going on. You keep moving. Okay? People cut you off, you keep moving. They don't talk to you no more, keep moving. There's no reason to pull back and back off now. There's great things to come. Okay? There's great things to come. There's no time to be messing around and, they left me alone. I don't know what I'm going to do. What's that, boyfriend, girlfriend, something? Kill myself. I can't breathe without you. All these songs out. I like them because they sound good, but no. I'm going to live without them. So, on today, everybody, please get a strategy. Get a strategy to fix your situations in your life. Okay? Get a strategy. Get a strategy to fix your situations. See, that's the thing. When it comes to corporate, when it comes to, anybody that has a situation or a problem or a company or anything like that, everybody's quick to get together and think of a strategy. But when it comes to our personal lives, we just walk on through and just let whatever comes. That's not the way we're supposed to be. We have a God that loves us. And the crazy thing about what Elder Kirk was talking about with all of this confusion and all these denominations and people believing in this and people believing in that. And I'm going to end here. All of these different religions, all of these, like Elder Kirk said, you get so much of this isn't right. Now, you can tell this was Palm Sunday. There were many attacks, this Sunday, and then Easter Sunday there's going to be attacks. So let Elder Kirk say this now. And I really got into a tizzy. This is me myself. I was talking to pastor. He was a young pastor, getting ready to be a pastor, and he was a pastor. He was getting ready to move, and we were talking about Easter Sunday. What they call it, Resurrection Sunday. When they get up early in the morning, and go to the park or go wherever, and they have a service, and things like that. And we were discussing, and he said that Elder Kirk, the problem was this. He said when they went there, he was gone. Nobody knows when he got up. I was like, wow, yeah. I never thought about that. I didn't do sunrise service anyway. That's just me. And he said, well, we don't know when he got up, so then why are we getting there? Just because they got up in the morning and went down there doesn't mean, that he got up that morning. Nobody knows when he got up. So, see, those are the type of things that puts that doubt into your mind of, then why? Man has made God hard, y'all. We all believe in God. Even the people that believe in the ancestors, they believe in God. There is not, unless it's Buddha or something else, the majority, especially when it comes to black people, the majority of us believe in God. We might see things differently. Like, if you read the Bible, the Bible's wrong, the Bible. Like I said, the Hebrew Israelites go more by the Old Testament. You understand what I'm saying? And they get a little more radical with it. You must understand this, everybody. You must understand. We need to find a common ground. Once we find this common ground, we're going to build and grow. But until that time, we're going to just keep coming out here, flapping our gums, saying powerful speeches and still get nothing done.